Hello everybody, it's our first flight up the coast of California. We're going to be starting down in Brown Municipal Airport just outside of San Diego, and it's less than ideal conditions. Good news, we've already filed an IFR flight plan, we've done the walk around, and we're ready for start. We might as well contact Brown Ground, get ready for our clearance. Brown Ground, Cessna 66 Papa looking to pick up IFR to Palomar, and we do have Echo on board.
Number 66 Papa Brown Ground, clear to the Palomar Airport. On departure flight heading 280, vectors to Mission Bay, and then it's filed. Maintain 4,000, departure frequency 119.6, squawk, let's see, 2445.
Clear to the Palomar Airport, after takeoff flight heading 280, vectors to Mission Bay, then it's filed. Altitude is 4,000. We'll contact departure 119.6, squawking 2445, Cessna 66 Papa.
Number 66 Papa, read back, correct.
We got our clearance. Looks like we're ready to start. Let's get going.
Clear.
Brown Ground, Cessna 66 Papa, sitting here at the Jet Center. We're ready to taxi.
Number 66 Papa Brown Ground, runway 26 right, taxi via Gulf Delta.
26 right via Gulf Delta, Cessna 66 Papa. We'll get our taxi lights on and we'll start to get out here on taxiway Golf and work all the way down to Delta.
November 173 Charlie off 21 right at Alpha 3, taxi parking.
Number 173 Charlie, taxi parking via Alpha this frequency, good day.
Taxi parking via Alpha and monitor this frequency, good day.
It's also a great time to mention if you're enjoying this video so far and you want to see the entire series of us flying up and down the California coast, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Arrow 3131 Tango to correction, Brown Tower, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff, proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left on course, Iberia 3131 Tango.
Run up went well, and now it's time to contact Brown Tower. Brown Tower, Cessna 66 Papa holding short at 26 right at Delta, ready for departure.
Number 66 Papa Brown Tower, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 26 right, Cessna 66 Papa. Well, there's no better words in all of aviation, clear for takeoff. So we're going to taxi out here to 26 right. Probably won't be a rolling. Get ourselves set up. Remember, it's going to be a heading of 280 on departure. A little wind check. Checks out from what we got on the METAR, and we're ready to roll. We'll be looking for 55 knots on the rotation, and off we go. Not a typical California day, to say the least, especially for San Diego. And we're thankful we're going to be able to get this short flight in, especially staying IFR to go through a very, very busy Bravo.
66 Papa, contact 6 departure.
Over to departure, Cessna 66 Papa. We'll see you. So look at departure, Cessna 66 Papa, 1,500, climbing to 4,000.
Number 66 Papa, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 4,000.
Climb and maintain 4,000, Cessna 66 Papa. Heading up to our cruising altitude of 4,000 feet, and now we're just awaiting ATC to vector us over to the Mission Bay VOR. We'll see how early they turn us. That'll depend on how much of downtown San Diego we're able to see on a cloudy day.
Number 66 Papa, clear direct Mission Bay.
Direct Mission Bay, Cessna 66 Papa. Well, the good news is he didn't send us out all the way out to the Silver Strand. Some beautiful beaches there in San Diego. So we'll be flying right over the San Diego Bay, as you can see. That's the Sweetwater Channel coming in off to our east. This is Silver Strand Beach in California 75. That'll take you right up to the Coronado Bridge, something that we should be seeing as we're going over the top here of the naval station of San Diego. You can see a lot of destroyers and battleships. The Nimitz class aircraft carriers cannot come this far south of the bay. They have to stay north of the bridge because the bridge only goes up 200 feet. Hopefully we get a good look here at downtown San Diego. I can start to see Petco Park, the home of the San Diego Padres. As we take a quick look here off to the east, you can see the California 94 running out to La Mesa. But there it is. You can see a little bit of Petco Park coming in on our left. There's that Coronado Bridge that I was talking about. Just allows naval battleships and destroyers to go underneath, but cannot fit those aircraft carriers under there. Yeah, Petco Park was supposed to host the Holiday Bowl, but because of COVID, UCLA decided not to play NC State. Oh, look, we're starting to get a little peek here at the bay once again as we cross downtown. And soon we should be seeing, yep, there it is, San Diego Airport. Or San Diego International Airport, used to be known as Lindbergh Field, and us pilots and ATC, we still refer to it. We'll call up Lindbergh Ground, Lindbergh Tower. That all remains the same for the busiest single runway airport in the entire world. The airport off in the distance, that's the North Island Naval Air Station. 230 aircraft are stationed there, including 2 aircraft carriers, the USS Abraham Lincoln and the USS Theodore Roosevelt. Back to the history of Lindbergh Field, you know, Ryan Airlines had a factory nearby, little airstrip where Charles Lindbergh tested the Spirit of St. Louis for his historic flight in 1927. Well, it's time to make our turn here at the Mission Bay VOR. So forget 117.8. It's now time to put our focus on the Oceanside VORTAC 115.3. If you're enjoying the flight, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is one of our first flights, which we do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Scott Cole, if you want to check that out. I was hoping we were going to see Torrey Pines Golf Course, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're pretty much set in the clouds right now. We could ask for lower, but really the bottom of what we should be flying right now for this IFR flight plan is 4,000 feet. Just a peek at Torrey Pines Golf Course there, trailing the aircraft way under a huge amount of clouds back there. As you can see, we got Fletcher's Cove coming up on the right. Talking about Cardiff State Beach starts to begin there. Just a couple vessels out in the ocean. Should be too far before we start making our turn towards Carlsbad. This is about as far as you'll see me from the away from the coast in a Cessna 172, especially at 4,000 feet. Thought crossed my mind right here. If I lost an engine, would I be able to make it back to land? That's questionable at a 9-to-1 ratio. 65 knots on the glide speed. As a reminder, this is just our first flight up the coast. Gonna land in Carlsbad today. Look to be handed up to John Wayne or Long Beach in our next flight as we go all the way up to Northern California. Just have to stick with the flight plan for now. You can see the Oceanside Municipal Fishing Pier. They originally built this pier all the way back in 1888. All wood. Of course, they've built 6 versions of it since then, and I hear the 1950s diner is actually pretty tasty. Has a good view as well.
Stack 66 Papa, turn right heading 120.
Right, 120, 66 Papa. Well, when you get all the way to the Oceanside VORTAC, start to get vectors over to the final approach of ILS 24 over in McClendon, Palomar. Well, you can see these clouds are impressive today here in San Diego. Spots are VFR for sure, but I think it's safe to say this is IMC conditions, and Glad that we have an IFR flight plan. This was the point where I was hoping for a visual approach, but as you can see, there's a cloud bank sitting right over the airport, so continue on with the ILS approach for 24. That's the San Luis Rey River, little trail that goes along it, including California Highway 76.
Back 66 Papa, turn right heading 160, descend and maintain 3,600.
Right turn 160, descend and maintain 3,600, 66 Papa. So a descending right-hand turn here, getting a little slow by the way. And we're getting close to hopefully getting on this localizer. You can see it's not improving out here on this end of the approach.
Back 66 Papa, turn right heading 220.
Right 220, 66 Papa. For a little extra challenge here, you might notice that the autopilot is off. We should be using the needles to get us down there.
Golf Bravo Oscar Juliet Whiskey, SoCal departure, squawk out.
Squawk out down, Golf 2 Whiskey.
66 Papa, 6 miles from Escon, maintain at 3,600 until established the localizer, cleared ILS runway 24 approach.
Maintain 3,600, we're clear for the ILS 24 approach, 66 Papa.
Golf Bravo Oscar Juliet Whiskey, radar
As you saw
contact,
before,
Southwest
ATC gave us a call. We crossed over Interstate 15, so we know we're inbound now. Should be passing us over to Tower here soon. Well, the needles are starting to move. We're going to make a right-hand turn in here. Still on GPS, but we're going to have to switch over to the localizer soon to get this approach.
For 123 Mike Alpha. Skyhawk 123 Mike Alpha, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
I'm going to go ahead and put the autopilot on now that we're established on the localizer. Let us bring it in. If you're enjoying the flight, hit that like button. We'd love if you subscribe to the channel. We got a whole lot more aviation coming up. Feels good to be on the localizer. And a little speed of 90 knots, 500 feet a minute on the descent. It's a good feeling to know that you're on your way to getting to your destination and completing the mission.
987 Romeo is current. We'd like the RNAV 12 GPS approach, 130 Mike Alpha.
Well, the moment we've been waiting for. Looks like we're just about to break out of the clouds here on final approach. Here comes the outer marker. I hear that blasting. It's a good sign that we should be tossed over to Tower here soon. Approach has been quite busy this afternoon.
Can you remind me of the altitude for 123 Mike Alpha?
123 Mike Alpha, maintain 5,000 until NODUC.
Maintain 5,000 until NODUC, 123 Mike Alpha.
So Golf Bravo Oscar Juliet Whiskey, would you like to do a lap or two in the hole?
Skyhawk 66 Papa, connect Palomar Tower 118.6.
Over to Tower, 66 Papa. Thanks for the help. All right, let's get the Tower frequency in here and give them a call. Palomar Tower, hello. Cessna 66 Papa on the ILS for runway 24.
66 Papa, Palomar Tower, runway 24, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, 66 Papa. The flaps out, slow it down to our final approach speed. Should be on the ground here shortly. End up being a nice flight. There were certainly times when we were up there at 4,000, 3,600 in that range. I wondered, yeah, that's the guy who's been behind us the whole time on this ILS approach.
November 9th, phone with you, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land. Clear land.
Looking real good over the top of El Camino Real there. That's what they call the road. I'm just focusing on the round out, the flare. Ooh, trying to get back over to that center line, getting pushed a little bit. Nicely done. A little left of center, but we'll take it. Hear that wind whipping pretty good down here. Let's go ahead and exit here at Alpha 4. And then we'll contact Tower and see if they want us to go over to ground frequency and where they want us to park. All right, start to think about our after landing checklist. So we're gonna get our landing lights off here, put the flaps back up, all that kind of good stuff. Palomar Tower, Cessna 66 Papa, clear the active at Alpha 4.
Number 66 Papa, taxi to parking via Alpha this straight. You have a good one.
Alpha to parking, we'll stay on this frequency, Cessna 66 Papa. Good day. Holy cow, this is a busy ramp. We'll park beside this Piper here and just call it a day. Tire down and get ready for our next flight. It'll be up to the Los Angeles area, not quite into the Bravo. So John Wayne Airport, Long Beach, somewhere around there. Let's turn off the avionics. Let's turn off the master. We'll leave the beacon on for next time and go ahead and pull the mixture back and shut her down. What a nice flight it was. If you enjoyed it, hit that like and subscribe button. We cannot wait to see you on our next flight. Next time it'll be the Piper Warrior 2 that will climb in for our next leg of this trip up the California coast. Godspeed, and I cannot wait to fly with you again.